My name is Colleen Swan. I'm from Kivalina, Alaska, and I am a 2015 ECF Fellow. I'm a lifelong member of the Episcopal Church. Our parents, they brought us to church every Sunday, Sunday morning, Sunday evening, Wednesdays, everything church, we were there. My mom, she went to a mission committee meeting one Sunday, and she came back home and told me that she signed me up to be a Sunday school teacher. That was in '83. One of the strongest things about our church is the singing, and people love to sing. I decided when I was 12 that I would learn to read notes, and so I just sat down and listened to my mom. She was singing alto, and during the service, you know, everybody's standing, and I'm sitting there looking at the notes and listening to her and figuring out, you know, what she was doing, because I wanted to know how do people know how to sing these songs. There were a lot of things that our people were taught, and I had doubts about some of them. They were taught by the church that our ways were the opposite of Christians, and so a lot, even preachers would right from the pulpit say our ways are no longer, they're no good, they're evil. We have to go with the church and what in the Bible and what it teaches. It's fear-mongering to take control of people, and so they did that. They were very successful in gaining control of our people. My great-grandfather was one of their victims. I mean, these people were victimized. I mean, this man who cared about the people, about the widow, the poor, you know, people who couldn't help themselves. Whenever he went out hunting, he would give to everybody, share his catches. I mean, if that isn't following in the footsteps of Jesus Christ himself, I don't know what that is. We really need to bring back the things that the church and the government took away from our people. This project begins to look at the spirituality. It just begins to look at it. Our spiritual ways are all in the Bible. It's like our people knew God even before they met him, you know, formally. They had relationships with him, and it was through the animals. And I said, so these are our traditions. This is who we are. We are born into a spiritual connection with God, bringing back our people, our form of spirituality fits right into the Episcopal Church structure, because it's, you know, those things that our practices, our traditions, they're right in the Bible. They're in the Bible. People will finally have their dignity restored. And the things that they have had to teach themselves, the things that were taken away from them, like Eskimo dancing and the language, it will give them back the pride they once had in who they are and their system. When the church becomes what it's supposed to be, what I think it's supposed to be, it can help a lot of people. I mean, there is no limit to how we can help people, you know, especially the poor and the needy. I mean, I think that's why we're here. I'm helping the article's Deanary. It's got 5-member churches from Point Lake, Point Hope, Notac, Kivalina, and Kotzebue. And so I've been working with them on strategy to help the churches financially and to address all of the maintenance issues and create programs. It also includes a training center, for developing church leadership. And all of the programs that we are working on need to be culturally sensitive, which means we will be doing a lot of in-your-back work. In order for this to be developed into curriculum type material, we have to gather the elders and collect their knowledge. The resource that is developed from this project will be used. I know it will be used because people need it. Not only do they need it, but they want it. This is going to be huge to a lot of people. It's going to be big. And it's realizing that our ways have always been our connection to God. It's a new understanding of who we are as a people and what our connection to God has been from the beginning. The recognition that the fellowship gives me, it pretty much validates my cause within the Episcopal Church. I mean, there's more to it than that. Receiving a fellowship like that, it makes the people realize how important it is. An organization recognizes the importance of this project by funding it. There are a lot of things that will come out of it. It's going to be my job to present it and explain it. Explain something that I don't even like to talk about. All the things that happened to me, when my crew landed a whale. It's the most spiritual event. It's like a crowning. It's like being chosen. I was amazed. I was like, wow, somebody actually thinks we're worthy of taking that kind of an action at a national level and very publicly. But I also, realize that even if the church renounces the doctrine of discovery and apologizes to all natives, it doesn't really do anything. It's a good thing. It's a very good thing. It's a start. Now they need to take action to restore what was taken from the people, to give it back, give back what was stolen. I mean, not just the church, but the government also stole from our people. If there is any justice, our ways will be protected by law. If there's ever going to be any peace between the people and the government and other non-natives, there has to be restorative justice. We need to not alienate the people because they're native. And in order to do that, you have to bring the native into the church. The native systems of spirituality. But it doesn't change. I would never dream of changing the way the Episcopal Church has services and things like that. Never. I love the Episcopal Church exactly the way it is. We just got to figure out how to bring them together. There has to be a middle ground. I don't know where that's going, but there's a reason why it took me 28 years to figure out a lot of it. 23 years to figure out the message from what happened in '87. 28 years to figure out the rest. And it's a work in progress. And it's been going on for that long now to document these things curriculum for the training center. And it's going to include Episcopal dancing and traditional stuff like that. And it's going to be Bible based too. So a lot of work. The church is a very powerful influence. The church has a very powerful influence. They should learn to use it. Just speak out. Just speak out. I really appreciate it when people speak out in support of the indigenous people. We have something to say. We have something to show. And people can learn from it. More and more right now I'm thinking I need to just get away and go retreat. That's the last thing I said, recently. I need to retreat into the church and just bury myself in rebuilding that world, our in that world, our culture.